Well, you think if you happen to be the largest of any flying creature that we've ever discovered, that, people would be able to go ahead and remember the name that scientists have given you. You'd think that I wouldn't forget such a amazing name as Quetzalcoatlus to go along with an absolutely amazing creature who has taken my breath away more than once when I have stood underneath of the gigantic display. Oh, hello, little random employee. Oh, I think that's one of the Saru Us employees. How fun. Level 40 too. Jeez, I guess that's because we pay people really well around here. But you think I could remember the name Quetzalcoatlus to go along with the largest flying creature that we have ever found, and yet here we are. And you know what? That's okay, because I at least remembered the awe and wonder that I felt in my heart when I looked up at that gigantic specimen. It obviously was not one of the real specimens, but one of the replicas that was suspended above the entire entrance area of the University of Michigan Natural History Museum. I loved it. The new University of Michigan Natural History Museum, by the way, Chips and I actually happened to live up there when they opened the new one, and it was really surreal to go from the one that kind of felt like stepping back into history itself. Brick building, dark hallways, like these little lights hanging over these stuffed animal dioramas, to the new one, which is interactive and it has beautiful vista views of the city. You can go ahead and look through open windows to see what the scientists are doing, which I always think gives you more performance anxiety if you are one of those like researchers, because you already have to write grants and you already have to do the science, but now you have the general public like watching you while you do that. Like, talk about like pressure. Maybe it's a good thing that we can't peer inside of our little CRISPR chambers here. Oh, but we are going to need to peer inside of those CRISPR chambers in just a moment, friends, because yeah, I said largest flying creature, so this is not a flying creature. This is Skippy, and Skippy is actually our Criss-Cross, which we have actually gone ahead and whipped together in the CRISPR because I was letting a little bit of time pass whilst working on this. Dun 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 dun. I'm pretty sure that possibly these farms weren't here. Possibly these adorable little, I set up the electricity so we could try to have like super positive morality at being really sustainable with our water and with our electricity. And there are these really cool clay tiles that you can put down that are actually floor pieces so you can walk across them. But if you mix it together just right, it kind of looks like we have this really cool cliffside in here. So that got me really excited. Oh, I forgot about the Brontosaurus crossbreeds. Oh my gosh. I really cannot wait to go ahead and see more of those crossbreeds. And good news, we are going to be able to see more because we've almost done it, friends. We have almost gathered all of the research that one could possibly hope to find here in our Amber Island, our dinosaur island. And again, it's a little bittersweet because I love discovering new plants. The idea of not having any new plants to discover is more than mildly distressing to me, I'm going to admit it, but maybe that is just a sign that we need to prepare ourselves to create new plants of our own somehow, some way. I'll come up with some sort of really cool idea for, our zoo crafting or Sims 4 adventures. We'll find something fun to do. Also, that's a lot of babies that we have like flapping around in here. Hello, Anhanguras. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I think you're actually the ones that make the dino eggs. So they seem to be doing well. Also, check this out. You can also use those adorable little clay tiles mixed with the dino footprint statues pressed into the ground to also add the little ammonite little fossil pieces on the ground, and what do you know? You suddenly have your way into a lovely little fossil display leading up to this large fossil display, this dino nest decor, the fossil spa, which is extremely popular. I swear these people are only coming here not for the dinosaurs, they're coming here for spa day. I can't really complain because like A, they're bringing us money, but B, if someone was going to drag me to a spa day, if you told me it was a fossil spa and I get to go ahead and like roll around in minerals while like maybe if they made it so it was like a almost like a bobbing for fossils thing, except obviously not using my head in the mud, but like digging around in the mud. Oh, I would be like the most well manicured person there, because I would just be like digging around in there searching for the little fossils. You could probably go ahead and put them on a little necklace, take them home. See, this is like $1 million idea. I'm telling you, blend together science and like excitement and any miscellaneous commodity, and the next thing you know, you have all my money. But all right, so Quetzalcoatlus has indeed been added. Did we just get a baby? Oh my gosh, welcome Jolly! Hi, you're a newbie. I hope that we can go ahead and get you some fish and large fish soon. But yes, also it's very dark. I would like to continue giving everyone the tour with actually having some light to see everything, please. I know. Where are the lights? It's not even Halloween. Look, at least we have managed to unlock all of the lights now, okay? At least we've managed that much. Here, why don't we go ahead and put down a couple round lamps. And then 1, 2, maybe I'll even put in a little bench for people to sit on so that they can sit on this tiki bench and watch our very quickly reproducing our little paras, as we say around these parts, because everything else is a mouthful. I can swear these guys have been breeding almost as much as the microraptors. And the microraptors, microraptor rabbits. Microraptor rabbits. We've got to do that. Where are my notes? There are my notes. Okay, come here notes. I have to put it down. Hang on. Microraptor rabbits. That just sounds so cute. Like, also maybe terrifying. Actually, now that I think of it, if we mix together both of their breeding capabilities and then the hunger of microraptors, perhaps that's not a good idea. But hey, at least it sounds cute. But I'm beginning to understand now that we've had our own experience of running Amber Island and having control over some of the genetics that the dinosaurs do have. I'm beginning to understand how power could potentially corrupt. But I'm sure everything's going to be fine, and we're going to be able to take care of everything well, and we're not going to create too many very questionable crossbreeds that really make you wonder whether or not you possibly need some sort of federal oversight, but you own your own island in the middle of the ocean, so no one can stop you. But anyway, I did expand a few things just to make it a little bit nicer for some of our animals, and I decorated a little bit to kind of practice and experiment with what it would be like to go ahead and mix together some of the new decor pieces. But, very soon here, friends, very soon indeed, we actually have a whole new zoo to work on. Don't mind that. I was reading about the Quetzalcoatlus because I just got really excited. And, apparently there was recently let's see, 2002, which I guess in, fossil terms is recent, a vertebrae possibly from Quetzalcoatlus was found. And you might estimate, if like the science is right, that it could have been easily like 16 to 18 feet wingspan. Look at that. That's ridiculous. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Which is why Quetzalcoatlus flamingo. That would be so cool. All right. Well, anyway, here is the science that we are going to be doing. You may be wondering, but Seri, how will we keep track of all of the fantastic experiments that we can go ahead and have? And the answer is this list, my friends, which my beloved husband Chips has actually helped me to kind of recreate. So now we can actually go ahead and not lose track of the animal that we are looking up. So if I want to find out what happens when I mix a platypus with the body, we can just stay right here and watch. Platypus follows us. And now we are curious about a platypus blue tang. Oh my goodness, actually just kind of yoinking things around like that might create some very interesting crossbreeds that we could go ahead and try to snag, because hopefully as time goes on, we are going to be able to fill this list out with the best of the best. We're going to be able to put in a representation of the different creatures that we discover so that we can go ahead and kind of like celebrate how cool they are. Obviously, there's literally millions of variants. So we're only going to be doing with the terrestrial animals, whichever variant looks coolest. And if we want to make like a little zoo of our favorite variants, I'll take pictures and I'll have it like in a little mill of notes that we can look at and stuff like that. Do I plan on filling this entire thing out? Well, I mean, that's a really strong question. I plan on just going ahead and following my sense of curiosity, and we'll see how filled out this gets once we hit the laboratory zoo, which will be very soon. And as you guys can see, we actually have all of the animals listed here. So going across the top, going across the bottom, we have all of the terrestrial animals listed, all of the aquatic animals listed. I will have to go ahead and replace our little medals so that we can go and try to release 100, 500, 1,000 of the different species again. That was just kind of fun, just for the sake of it. Also, a little past time while we wait for our hybrids to pop out of the crispers. And we have all of the dinosaurs, prehistoric mammals, flying reptiles, everybody else. And miscellanies that we have discovered since arriving in Amber Island, listed and ready to go. But that doesn't mean that we have everyone. Oh no, friends. Oh no. We are still missing a few of the genes that we can actually do. Okay, there's actually more than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this might be a terror bird. Very exciting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think this might be a prehistoric horse or camel, maybe. This might be T-Rex, or this one, maybe, or this one. Okay, there's a whole bunch of them with teeny tiny arms and like very suspiciously like Om-Nom Chomper looking heads. There is a sauropod that we have not managed to snag over here, and I don't know what this is, but it looks really cool. So we do have a few more of the dinosaurs and other miscellaneous creatures that you just kind of have to wait. Oh my gosh, is that going to be our terror bird thing? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, that would be really cool. And there's the sauropod thing. Bro, don't we already have Brontosaurus? Oh boy, I need to brush up on my sauropods. Truly, I really do. But we'll go ahead and I may have you guys with me while we go ahead and collect those, or I may collect them myself and we can go ahead and move on to the laboratory zoo. But we have one final thing to do. One final thing to do. I have waited. I collected the research points and then I waited because I figured all of you deserve it too. You deserve to be here when we have the very last of the dinosaur decor discoveries pop out of our research hub. Yes, friends, we have researched everything, absolutely everything, even the things that we would never touch, like some of the bad morality things. And now we have just one final discovery to make before we could go ahead and eye up exhibit control if I really wanted to snag it. And it is, of course, one of the most important things that you could possibly add to any zoo. It is rule number 1, after be kind to the animals and things like that, in any of the zoos we've ever had across the decade plus that we have created our pixelated adventures. It is the fossil restroom. Because one needs to take care of their gas bladders, or else you have a big problem. And there we go. So just like that, we have now gone ahead and we have unlocked everything that we currently have to research here, except for right here with the exhibit control, which is going to be 100 research points that might just kind of add up ambiently in the background. But man, we did it. Aww. Every time I have more of oh my gosh, that's really cool. That's really cool looking, actually. That's really awesome. But every time I always have a little bit more of a sucker punch feeling when we finally complete it than I expect. And I think that's why historically it's been a little hard for me to actually complete things. Because what do you do afterward? Like the feeling that just kind of lingers of having no more to discover. Like it's just I wouldn't say it's like tragically sad, but it does take the wind out of your sails for just a moment, okay? Just for a moment. Also, we'll go ahead and put like a cute little gift stand over here with Jocelyn, who really wants to work here, which makes me very happy. Ooh, maybe we'll put in another little Toys R Us location as well. There we go. So we'll put that down here. Oh, look at that. Catherine really wants to work here too. Thank freaking goodness. I mean, we're really great at hiring people to go ahead and fire them and then give them money to retrain into a job they actually care about. But it's always nice when you don't have to. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay if I take just a moment to be like, but my adventure. Because the truth is, the adventure is not over. The truth is, there is still more to discover, just it's the kind of discoveries where we are going to have to be the ones to start making the steps to figure out what's next. And I think there's something really invigorating about that, because then you have to just trust that you're capable of finding another adventure to enjoy. And you have to just trust that somewhere out there is going to be another well, basically adventure. I know I use that word all the time, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's a heckin' adventure. What do you want? That will make you just as happy, just as curious, and just as excited. And now that we have had the adventure of discovering all of the decor, of discovering all of the little bits and bobs that we could go ahead and collect, we now have the adventure of discovering. Let's see, we could put down some clay steps if I could see. We now have the adventure of discovering how to use all these pieces and how to make it really fun for us to be able to enjoy just like what we've got here, right? So let's see, maybe I can make it cute. Okay, that's not actually the tile I want to use, because again, if I could see what I was doing, can I change my opening hours? I think you can only change your closing hours. Oh, hey, look at that. Wow. Jocelyn, you're already like here and ready to go this early in the morning. Boom. That's a bonus for sure. Not that you should come in any earlier than like you need to. You too, Catherine. Because obviously, like if you guys need to like walk dogs, or you just want to take some time to journal in the morning, enjoy like a nice tea or coffee or something, I don't want you to feel rushed. Let's live for more than work. But in any case, yeah. So that's going to be our next angle, is we are going to try to figure out, oh my gosh, okay, that's actually cuter than I thought it would be. I normally never get the balloon things, but this one's actually a little bit cuter than I thought it would be, and I think we can set it up so that it kind of looks like, there we go. Okay. All right, we've already blocked something. Something critical, I don't know what. I've already made a mess of this. Well, I tried. But now the adventure is figuring out how we put all this together to go ahead and create our Criss-Cross applesauce crossbreeds. Giraffe and woolly mammoth. Oh my gosh, how can you not find that inspiring? And we haven't even unlocked all of the giraffe variants just yet. So, like I said, still plenty to go. Let's see, we'll put that right here. And then how are we doing on discovering that last 93%, eh? Well, almost never do this, but maybe we're just, time seems to be flying by as you're having fun, just flying by. It takes forever to go ahead and discover these creatures, by the way, which really kind of amuses me. We'll keep Poppy, we'll keep Beanie. Well, actually, I mean, it's fossils. We're extracting fossil DNA. What do I want? Of course it's going to take forever. Like, it's freaking fossils. Like, it's just, oh, like, that's just silly. Seri, you are a silly goose sometimes. All right, well, let's see. Is this actually helping to get the fossil faster? Just asking for a friend? Not really. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go through and collect up the different hybrids. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Orny Micros. How did I forget about the Orny Micros? They're so freaking cute. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and collect up the pictures that we currently have of a few of our dinosaur crossbreeds to add to our giant crisscross applesauce list, and then I will meet you guys, I guess, at the laboratory. And we're going to start the very long process of terraforming that entire world so that we can go and see, like, what it looks like when you crossbreed a flamingo and a pufferfish. Okay, that actually sounds, I want to say really cool, but I have eaten those words before. But that's okay, because we're curious! It's science! We're gonna go on our own adventure, and sometimes they might be misadventures, but at least we'll be there together. So if you guys would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures where we're gonna all long neck versus long neck with the giraffes, yes! Also, I didn't show you guys these, but the Tanny Micros, absolutely perfection. But yes, we'll be together. So stay curious, everyone. Bye-bye.